I mean, at the end of the day, you just try to wrap your head around evil. That's what this is. It's evil. It's brutality. It's man's inhumanity to man. And
I don't think it's evil. I don't think it's evil.
Wait. You don't think it's evil? What in the fuck? This is beyond evil. Did you see what they fucking did to this boy?
It's evil. I think these are young people, and I think they have bad home training.
Bad home training. Yes. Of course, bad home training, because this shit is just a natural response? What in the fuck? Yeah. This is just, no. This is not what people
so much
do normally.
Hate and anger can fill up a person where they go out and they think that this is okay. And then it was stupid to do it on Facebook Live.
But it was stupid to do it on Facebook Live. Almost as if, it was kind of okay. But if they didn't do it on Facebook Live, that would have been better. Because they did it on Facebook Live, ooh, that's just worse.
The story. So this is absolutely sickening, but I'm going to say something that's probably not very popular. We cannot callously go about classifying things as a hate crime. Motive here matters. So was this for hate of Donald Trump, the president-elect, because of things that he has said, or was this for pure hate of white people? That matters because... Seriously?
You can't classify this as a hate crime when the guy was saying... Holy
if we start going around and anytime someone says something or does something really egregious, really bad and sickening in this instance in connection with the president-elect or Donald Trump or even President Obama for that matter, because...
Who the fuck went out and kidnapped black people because of Obama? Or anyone? Fucking Bill Clinton got elected. Who the fuck went out and beat the shit out of people for that one?
Because of their political leanings, that is slippery territory. That is not a hate crime. Hate crimes are because of a person's racial ethnicity.
Donald Trump. White people. What? What?
Racial ethnicity.
Donald Trump. White people.
It sounds like a fucking hate crime to me. Though, hate crime or not hate crime, this is still a fucking crime.
What? What?
Racial ethnicity.
Donald Trump. White people. What? What?
Racial ethnicity, their religion, their gender, a disability. It is your political leanings because someone doesn't like your political leanings and they do something bad to you. That is not a hate crime.
But Alice, even...
Yep, because obviously that's nothing to do with his race. Hell, you could even infer this to do with his gender. I mean, left, right, and center, you see people say, white, straight males are the problem. They have been causing everything. They are responsible for anything you see. Someone pushes in front of you in line, hey, blame a white guy.
I just want to remind folks that we cannot sit here and ignore that for, at least for the last year, on very public display, the worst parts of America have been brought from the fringe into the mainstream.
Yeah, and it was brought primarily by Hillary Clinton, when she decided to call every fucker who wasn't pro-her a deplorable, or whatever the fuck. It's like,
So that affects people on both sides. We've talked about white nationalists and white supremacists and the KKK, but...
Someone please, anyone, tell me what the KKK has done recently in response to anything. Ever. Okay, not ever, but you know what I mean, in the last, say, 10 years. I mean, the last thing I heard about the KKK was the leader of the KKK was found to be fucking black prostitutes. Black male prostitutes. I mean, if the leader of the KKK could be fucking black people, it doesn't sound that racist to me. I mean, maybe he just hates himself and he's got white guilt or something. I don't know. But either which way, it's... When was the last time you heard anything from KKK? I mean, what was it? The other couple months ago you had that fucking salute thing they were doing for some fucking reason. Bunch of tards. Though technically, apparently that comes from, what do you call it? It's a Roman salute. It's not actually a Nazi salute, it's a Roman salute. Though, it's been co-opted so heavily by the whole Nazi thing that it may as well be a Nazi salute. Because that's all anyone thinks of when they see it.
There are also, when this inflammatory rhetoric is out there, when someone is repeatedly telling you that your community is the worst of the worst, it brings out the worst of the worst in people. And so I'm not defending what they did. What these young people did was sickening.
I think that's all you needed to say. This is fucking wrong, and it's sickening.
I would argue that they also need some help in addition to, some consequences.
Some consequences, yes, they need to go to prison. These are not the type of people you want in civil society. I mean, they were laughing while hurting this apparently special needs guy. It's like, what the fuck?
But this just didn't come out of thin air.
Yeah, I'll admit this did not come out of thin air. I believe this is completely to do with all of this crap relating to it's all straight white cis male fucking able-bodied men's fault for everything. It's like, holy shit. Does no one, I mean, what? There's like 10% of the population is the elite. Whatever the fuck the elite is. And of that, maybe 9% are white. But 6% are probably male. Well, white males. What the fuck's the rest of them? And that's just in America. I mean, the fuck? Whatever.
The nastiest and worst
say-
things have been dragged out into
Let me
the
just say this.
mainstream.
Simone, you think I'm being too hard on these kids?
I am very hesitant to cast these young people as folks who come from broken homes. For all we know, they have a mother and a father who work very good, hardworking jobs, who have instilled or tried to instill good moral values in them. And the young
Who didn't fucking teach them that you don't kidnap and beat people? There's just nothing else to say to that. There is something wrong with those parents. Fuck it. Arrest those fuckers too. Have a look at the schools they go to. There is something wrong with these people. And I don't know what it is. I highly doubt it's the color of their skin. So, something is wrong. And it wasn't fucking Russia. Russia didn't come in and go, hey, you should beat up some white people.
people just aren't listening. So
Oh, right, so the young people didn't listen. Actually, do you know what the problem is? Back in my day, you used to beat kids. If they did something wrong, they got beat. My mother beat me with a fucking bamboo stick and a fucking wooden spoon. And do you know what? I have never once gone out, kidnapped someone, and beat them. It's fucking, oh my Jesus, there is no excuse for this shit.
I think, one, we need more facts.
We need more, what the fuck do we need more facts for? They literally streamed it online. I mean, the video I saw said that it had 16,000 views. So, get all those people into a fucking courtroom and go, what did you see in the video? Or just fucking ask Facebook, because that shit's probably saved on a server somewhere. And play it for a jury. Do you think this is acceptable? No. Do you think this is an example of kidnapping and torture? Yes. Fuck the hate crime part. Though, you could probably turn around and say, do you think this is a hate crime based on the colour of his skin? And yes, would be the response. Because it's quite evident that they're doing it because he's a white boy.
Donald Trump. White people, what? White people, what?
And I think, too, we have to be careful to cast our young people, particularly our young people of color, to the side. Look, this was wrong. It was sickening. It was grotesque. They need help. They need to be punished. But we also have...
And you should stop there. I like the way she's... What the hell is this strange loopy loop thing she's doing? I mean, a couple of minutes ago she just turned around and said, maybe they should be punished. They need to be punished now.
Have to have an elevated conversation about the surroundings and the things that our young people are dealing with every day and the images that they're seeing. They might not watch the news, but they're on Twitter where the president-elect is.
Yes, because Donald Trump is going out there and telling people to beat up white people and black people. Anyone. I mean, he's not too fond of China, but I mean, I don't follow the fucker. Actually, I don't even have Twitter. So, I don't know what he's sprouting. But I am sure if he said one thing along the lines of, go out, kidnap a person, beat them, torture them, that would be everywhere else. I mean, every time he mentions China, it's everywhere. But no.
They're on Facebook. They're listening to the Breakfast Club. They're listening to the radio, and all of these nasty, nasty things that we've talked about, that we've witnessed over the last year, they have seeped into our children. They are in our schools, and it is coming to bear its ugly head in very, very egregious ways.
She's saying...
I would say that's true, because you know what? The relationship of black people to America is very different than the relationship of white people to America. We're talking about, years, 200 plus years of slavery, 87 plus years of Jim Crow.
Yep, and that's all finished. So, what's the problem? I mean, do we even have anyone... No, I highly doubt anyone is still alive who even knows anyone who was enslaved. I mean, people's great-grandparents who may still be alive are not sitting going, yeah, my granddaddy told me he was a slave. And it's like, no. I mean, look at Obama. What is it? On one side, he's got slave owners. And on the other side of his family, he's got slave sellers. It's like traders or whatever.
And I'm not making excuses for these things, but it is not the exact same thing. We have to talk about these at elevated levels. We can't boil it down to, someone saying something disparaging about the first black president of the United States of America when the current president-elect questioned his authenticity as an American. That has some layers to it.
I just think that in context here, having watched that video, and the first or second thing maybe that you bring up is to inject well, maybe these, I mean, the impression I'm getting, at least from you, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that, maybe they were asking for this. Maybe Donald Trump stoked this.
Let me clear this real up. I've never said no one was asking for it. The first thing that I said was, this is sickening, this is disgusting, and it was wrong. But what I did...
Yeah, and then the next thing you said was, and they really shouldn't have put it on Facebook. I mean, come on, that's just stupid. I mean, if you're gonna kidnap and beat someone, well, yeah, ignore that. I'm just putting words in her mouth. But you know what I mean.
Did say was, we don't know if it's a hate crime.
Okay.
White people, what? White people, what?
We
Yep, 'cause
don't know
fuck
if
white
it's
people.
a hate crime.
Okay.
White people, what? White people, what?
We don't know if it's a hate crime.
Okay.
White people, what? White people, what?
We don't
Seriously.
know if it's a hate
Reverse the
crime.
racism.
White people, what? White people,
Would this be a hate crime? Seriously. I mean, whatever. If you like the video, hit the like and subscribe, blah blah blah, and I'll see you with something else.